What is up, New World? Welcome back to the channel that helps animals. My name is Omni, and today I will be answering a question that so many people ask, and that is, how do you make money in New World? I'm somewhat hesitant to share this method since it's the most consistent and easy way to make money in New World that I've found to this point, but hopefully not too many people on my server are watching. Before we get into it, I just want to say thank you for stopping by and watching my video. I really do appreciate you investing your time into watching my content. And if this video helps you with how to make money in New World, be sure to rep your server in the comments below. If you have any questions at all, and I mean any questions, I would love to help. Just hit me up in my Discord, the link is down in the description below. Alright, let's get into how to make money in New World quick and easy. I'm going to go over two methods, and the first method relies on a human behavior that is omnipresent inside and outside of video games. Impatience. We will invest our own gold, and generally speaking, you can double whatever amount you put in over the course of 24 to 48 hours, depending on the server circumstances. There are hundreds of items that are absolute necessities for players, and to make money in New World, we will buy these necessities low, and sell them high using buy orders on the market. I mostly use refining items for this, but this works with literally any high demand item. A good alternative, for example, would be tier 1 materials like rawhide, iron ore, fibers, etc. Just pick something that everyone needs and you'll be fine. The first step is to see what each item is selling for currently compared to what buy orders are purchasing it for. We are looking for items with a high sell order price compared to the buy orders. For example, we can see that the highest current buy order is 33 cents for crossweave, and the lowest sell order is 89 cents. Basically, what this means is if we place a buy order for 34 cents, which is just 1 cent higher than the highest, and it succeeds, we can most likely resell all of that crossweave that we purchase at nearly triple the price we paid for it, which would be 89 cents or close to it. So we place our buy order at 34 cents. Now, this is where the patience factor comes in. You can buy as much or as little as you want, just try to bear in mind that the larger the order, the longer it will take to fill, and the more you're going to flood the market with this particular item. It's better to do, say, quantities of 2 to 5,000 and spread these out over multiple items. To fill these buy orders, sometimes it takes just 2 hours, and other times it takes 2 days. It really just depends, but what you're banking on to make money in New World is that there are players who will need the money now and just sell their material to your buy order rather than listing their own sell order and then waiting X amount of time for it to sell. This happens a lot more than people think. Just be sure that you're only putting up buy orders for 1 to 3 days, because the market can change on a day-to-day basis and you don't want your orders going too long and ending up paying too much. Now, we can check the other 4 refining items for an appealing ratio and place buy orders for the ones we want and leave the ones we don't like alone. For example, here, we can see that solvent and flux only sell for around 2 times the buy order price rather than 3 like we just saw, so we're not going to place a buy order for that in this video. Making a buy order here certainly isn't a bad choice because double your money is good. We're just doing this as an example since it's the lowest potential return of the 5 refining items we're looking at. Moving on, we can see that sandpaper has a great ratio, so we'll place a buy order for that also. Now here's an example of a different type of item, but the same principle applies. You can see that the highest buy order is 10 cents, and the highest sell order is 23 cents, or rather the lowest. This means that we would double our money if we successfully buy at that 10 cents and then sell around 23 or 20 cents. We'll make a buy order for this rawhide also. You can do this with any commonly traded or purchased resource to make money in New World. I'll put a list of the items I most commonly use on the left here. You can stick to that list or just make up your own. Now, you just play the waiting game. The really cool thing about this method is that you're spending maybe 5 minutes placing the orders and looking at the prices, The rest of the time, you're out doing whatever the hell you want. You can go kill mobs, you can go farm other stuff, you can work on trade skills, do whatever. You're basically sitting there waiting for these orders to be filled and doing anything else in the process. When you see the majority of your buy orders have been completed, just stop back into the town you placed them in, load the resources back onto the market with sell orders, and replace your buy orders to start the process all over again. This only takes about 10 to 15 minutes of work every day or two, and the rest is just waiting on people's impatience to put money in your pocket. This is also a method that you can put as much or as little money into as you want, so the flexibility is kind of nice. You can start small and build up to a big stack, or you can just go right at it with 20k and end up making 40 over 3 days. Personally, I usually just stick to 4 to 5 buy orders generally per cycle, and I'm investing maybe around 5k and getting 10k back 24 to 48 hours later. It's not a huge amount of money, but it's very consistent, it's reliable, and it takes a minimal amount of time doing so. If I wanted to spend a half hour doing it, I could probably triple that amount. This isn't ultra fast by any stretch of the imagination, but again, it's very consistent, super easy, and it's pretty much as close to passive income as you can get while making money in New World. The next method is something I'm not real sure why more people don't take advantage of. It's extremely profitable. We just saw that there's a pretty large disparity between the price of tannin and the price of flux, right? Well, if only there was a way to, I don't know, convert tannin into flux, maybe? Oh, there is. As long as you are at tier 2 of whatever faction you are, you can purchase common material converters, which take 20 of any given resource and convert it into 15 of whatever refining resource you want. I think people see that 5 resource lost figure and just assume it's a bad deal, but with some very simple math, we can see that it's not. These converters are only 100 faction tokens, and considering you can make 30k faction tokens in an hour at 60, you can stockpile these converters super fast. Let's take a look at just how much New World gold we can make from a single converter to see if it's worth it. If you really want to turn a profit, you can combine the buy order method with this conversion method, but for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to purchase our materials straight from sell orders for now. We saw earlier that tannin was 50 cents and the most expensive refining material was 1.7 gold if we round it up. To figure out if this is profitable, we have to figure out what our expense will be for each conversion, right? We need to purchase 20 tannin at 50 cents to convert to 15 flux. 20 tannin will cost us 10 gold. When we convert, we're losing 5 and getting 15 flux, which we can sell for 25.5 gold if we multiply that 15 by the original price of the flux, which was 1.7. So, this means with just one converter, we've made 15.5 New World gold. If we are making 30,000 tokens per hour while farming tokens, which, by the way, some guy has a great video for which I'll put above right now, then we are potentially able to buy 300 converters per hour. If we make 15.5 gold per converter, that means we can make 4,650 gold per hour if you're really farming hard. That's pretty nutty when you think about it. Of course, you can't do this all day long because you're going to get diminishing returns from flooding the market, but you can also switch to the uncommon and rare converters for a slight hit in the profitability. Just be sure you're buying the lowest priced refining material and converting to the highest priced one regardless of the tier. For an added bonus in profitability or margin, just use the refining resources you gained from purchase orders in order to convert, and then you're saving even more money. Well, hopefully I have showed you an easy way on how to make money in New World, and if you have any questions on these methods, feel free to reach out. My personal Discord is in the description, but we also have a company that's recruiting on Brazzers server, and that Discord is also in the description as well. We've got plenty more guides to come, and we also donate to local animal shelters at every major subscription interval, so be sure you pet that subscribe button if this video helped you and you want to help animals. We donated $200 at 500 subs, and the next up is 1,000 subs. Well, that about wraps it up for this one, folks. Hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season, and until next time.